In this video we are taking a look at these, the brand new New Balance Fresh Foam More version 4. What is up everybody and welcome to Stack High Heaven. How are we all doing, people? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there tell me, are you a fan of max cushion running shoes? We've got a big old boy on the channel today. This is a monster and it's the first time I've ever used the Fresh Foam More running shoes. Now, before we get into how it feels and all that kind of stuff, I want to ask you a question. Are you one of the 69% that hasn't subscribed to this YouTube channel but watch these videos? Now, I understand some of you haven't got time to subscribe, but some of you have, so make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave me today. Okay, right, with that out of the way, let's do stats and features. First, where are we? Okay, so firstly, we're about 25 miles in the shoe. That's a guess, it might be more. We've got a stack of 35 to 31. 4mm drop, well done everybody for keeping up. They've increased the stack by 2mm apparently. They've also allegedly, and I don't know this because I haven't had the previous version, increased the width of the shoe. It does feel wide. I'll come on to the fit in a minute. It's 335 grams, which is quite heavy. We've got a mesh upper, feels very much like a 1080 version 12 in the heel and as you step in. Same with the tongue. We've got Fresh Foam midsole, blown rubber outsole on the shoe, which has held up very well in the rain that we've had over here in the UK recently. What else? Oh yeah, okay. In terms of fitting, now this is weird. I've gone for a UK 10 here. Now I'm probably about a 9.75. I'm guessing I could have got away with a UK 9.5, but recently with the fuel cell shoes I've had, they are all UK 10. So I don't know whether it's a thing of if I buy a fuel cell I should buy UK 10, but if I'm buying Fresh Foam I should buy UK 9.5. Okay, so we've got a massive stack of Fresh Foam X in the shoe. It feels very much like the 1080, but just like cranked up on another level. It's for me been there for that easy day work, for me plodding about 10-minute miles down to like 9:45. That's where I'm easy at the moment. I've had no issues in terms of the fitting of the shoe, apart from maybe it running a little bit big, but that's my own fault because I've not 100% dialed in the sizing. Like I said, the outsole's been great in the rain, really has. The blown rubber on the outsole's fantastic. But there's a couple of issues that I have found with the shoe. Now, I've been living in the Shift 3 for these recovery easy day kind of mileage that I've been doing in my rotation. That's where the Shift's been taking the slack. It's kind of between that and the Triumph 20, but I tend to find myself a little bit more in the Shift 3 at the moment. And maybe because it's just lighter. So like the Shift is under 300 grams, for example. And I haven't really noticed the weight in terms of the two shoes. The only time I really noticed the weight when it was absolutely chucking it down the other day, I did notice how heavy these felt in the rain. But yeah, my point is the Shift with the speed roll technology feels firmer, and you can really feel that speed roll tech, that roll you get through the Shift, the endorphin line. You can feel that versus this. This is extremely mushy for me. Now, I really got on well with the 1080 version 12, but going up that extra stack seems to have worked a little bit negatively as I've got more miles in the shoe. Now, when I started out with these, it felt great. It really was a comfortable, soft feeling, plush joy to be in, right? But I have noticed myself, the more I've run in it, I tend to really sort of roll out of them. Now, I don't know whether I've just, by going up that extra stack height in the Fresh Foam X, have created a problem for myself. I just feel like I'm really rolling out in the shoe, and it's got to the point of the sort of end of the week now where it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's irritating the medial part inside of my leg, but I can feel it sort of nagging me. Does that make any sense? And I've tried to run in these as much as possible because I wanted to get the miles in so we could do the video. But yeah, the more I've run in them, the more I've sort of noticed. Even now to the point where I put them on, and I maybe up here, right? But I just feel like I'm a little bit out like that on the outside. Does that make any sense? So can I recommend it? And this is the thing, right? I'm not so sure. it goes back to that thing. If you've got any pronation issues, should you be in a max stack shoe anyway? Probably not, right? So maybe I've only got myself to blame. But because I got on so well with the shift and I saw it and I wanted to try the shoe, maybe I've gone out the step a little bit too far. It's that little bit too mushy. I also feel like because I had such good feelings with the 1080 version 12, I wanted to carry that over into a sort of easy run shoe, recovery run shoe. I thought, well, this is going to suit me down to the ground. But it's not. So it started off well and it felt lovely, those first few runs. But the more I've done in it, and that's why I like to do more runs in them before we try and get these videos out. Yeah, I appreciate sometimes on the first impressions we just do 3 runs and we get the video out. But I tried to do more in this shoe because I was trying to understand it. And yeah, I think I maybe pushed the envelope a little bit too far. Now you might say, Fordy, you're an absolute idiot. You know, you've gone and got yourself the Prime X strung, which is like 50mm stack. What are you talking about in terms of running around? But the Prime X strung, for example, I'm at goal pace in that shoe. If I'm wearing that shoe, I'm at goal pace, okay? So, you know, I'm thinking about form, I'm thinking about how I'm running and all that sort of stuff. When I'm in this shoe, I'm running super easy. And that's what I want from a recovery easy day shoe. I want to be able to run super easy. And it does, and in those occasions is where my pronation issues sort of flare up. And I think what I've done here, because of the idiot that I am, I made it a little bit worse. Because if you remember, that's the problem I had with the Invincible from Nike. It got me injured because the Zoom X was so unstable and I really felt that I was rolling out, and it actually got me to the point of injury. That's why I've when I had the same with the SC trainer. Although that I still was unstable at goal pace. That's why I was like, just be careful of this thing. But with these, I think I've pushed it a little bit too far. I think I've gone that little bit more than I should have done. I probably should have stuck with the 1080 version 12. I should have stuck with, you know, the Triumph 20. Or like I said, with the Shift 3. I think this is just a little bit too much in terms of stack height for me. Yeah, it's a puzzling one, this one. Yeah, I think that's what I've done. I think I've got a bit nuts. So yes, this is a good shoe. I'm not in any shape or form saying this is a bad shoe, because I think if you're into your max stack shoes, you're going to love this. Because when I first started out this was super comfortable, people. It really was. The fit's great, and I say the outsole's fab on it. Grips well. It feels lovely in there when you step in and that lot. It really is a comfortable shoe to wear. No problem with lockdown. Yes, you could argue about the weight, but you've got all this foam here. You know, you're going to put a little bit of weight on, so I ain't got a problem with that. The shoes, by the way, has got a 4mm drop, if I forgot to mention that. But I would just say, be careful with it. You know, if you do have those pronation issues, just watch out, because it will show up here. So I think if you're looking for that easy day recovery run shoe, go with maybe the Triumph 20, or like 18 times the Shift 3.